Welcome back to the Fort Walton Beach Business Forum. Again, I'm Bill Roberts, 2017 Chair of the Greater Fort Walton Beach Chamber of Commerce. With me today is, he's got a new title, was a two-term city councilman for Fort Walton Beach. As of April 1st, he's now Mayor Dick Rynearson. Dick, it's a pleasure to have you with us this morning.
Well, Bill, it's always a pleasure, and as a former mayor, I feel like I'm in good company right now. So.
Well, thank you. Before we start talking about the city, let's talk a little bit about your history. I've known you and your family for a long time, but just talk about you and the community.
Sure. We got here mid-'70s, courtesy of the Air Force. I had come into the Air Force to be a pilot, and I absolutely did do that. I was in Vietnam for 2 tours, but as the country exited Vietnam, they found, gosh, we got too many pilots, so what are we going to do with them? I was an engineer by degree, so they decided to send me to Eglin to be an engineer. I was a missile test engineer. It was supposed to be a 3-year tour, but we nursed it for 4.5 years. I absolutely loved it here. I loved the job I was doing. Of course, I loved the area. My family loved the area, so we tried to find a way to get back here and make it permanent. So even though the Air Force moved us on to another assignment, about 1.5 years into that assignment, I was offered a job to come back to Eglin as a missile test engineer, and we jumped on that, and the rest is history. I stayed at Eglin for 27 years doing in the missile test business, and then retired in 2005. Along the way, my wife acquired PS Gifts back in 1995, and has run that store ever since. So we became deeply ingrained in the community.
And very active in our chamber. We see most of the chamber functions. We see Janie giving away a gift at every First Friday coffee, and sweet lady, your wife, has a very nice store.
Oh, well, thank you.
Debbie shops her quite often.
Yes, she does.
As I said, sworn in April 1st. You've got a 4-year term ahead of you, and there are a lot of things that are going to come about in the next 4 years. And let's just talk about some of those things that are going to happen, Dick. First of all, let's talk about the Brooks Bridge replacement that's going to happen.
It is going to happen. That's a guarantee. The current bridge we have is got a grade of D-. Once it gets to F, that's never good. But if it would get to an F, we would have weight restrictions put on the bridge. No trucks would be allowed to cross that bridge, and that would be horrible for not only our community but the surrounding area. If you couldn't put an 18-wheeler on that bridge. But even worse, we couldn't even send a fire truck across the bridge. Yeah. So the decision is hard and fast. We are going to replace the bridge. The state is already buying right away. The design is I would say 98% finalized. They're doing the scientific research now to make sure that the science involved in bridge building, that they can do it where the footprint they want. They're also doing research on all the land to make sure they're not going to uncover Indian artifacts, or if they do, what's the process? So there's a lot of homework that goes into this before we get to the actual construction phase. But we should see construction in the next 18 months to 2 years starting.
Yeah, and you're really involved in this because for so many years you were the chair of the TPO, which put this project forward so many times and finally came to fruition. So you're heavily involved in this, and I know we're also looking at the traffic pattern from the bridge too.
And the good news there is we the city have hired a traffic consultant, but they're working hand in glove with DOT. So as the bridge design is finalized and our traffic consultant we're working side by side. So while we're doing the bridge, we'll also figure out the best way to route traffic around and through the city.
I love the history of Fort Walton Beach, and the city was founded in the late 40s, but Camp Walton's been around a long time. I love the fact that the city is going to move the Gulfview Hotel.
Well, we have a wonderful historic district already with the Indian Temple Mound Museum, the Camp Walton Schoolhouse, the original post office. So having the opportunity to move the Gulfview Hotel down to the adjoining property to just solidify and anchor actually our historic district. I think it's a fabulous opportunity. I can't wait till we do that. I know it's going to be done in the middle of the night because that's when traffic is the lowest, but that's going to be one night that we stay up all night to watch that happen. It'll be fabulous.
It will be fabulous. You know, the Chamber and the city have a great relationship. When I take my grandkids down to the Bud and Dory Day Trail, you know, I'm amazed at the number of folks down there. I'm amazed at how my grandchildren, when they say we're going to the park, that's the park. You know, that's a park, and the city just did a great job with that trail.
Oh, they certainly did. It was a brainchild. Well, it started with the Garden Club who going to the Chamber, who came to the city and said, "Let's do this." We jumped on board, and what a wonderful addition. We have 21 parks in the city of Fort Walton Beach, and I just did a count of that this morning, actually, before I came. And I don't think a lot of our citizens realize that, but our parks are fabulous. And the Landing, another one of our parks, Eliza Jackson with the dog park. We have a lot of amenities for our citizens.
Right. Something else, hopefully, the next 4 years is a landmark center. You know, that's been in the news for quite a while.
Well, as I've been on council for 8 years prior to becoming mayor, and it has been a subject of, it has come up, or things that the council needed to do, the city needed to do to make sure landmark could happen. And that started even before I got on council. So it's been ongoing for 10 years, or at least 10 years. But I think we're finally going to get it to come up out of the ground in the foreseeable future.
Yeah, and I don't know if everybody realizes, I mean, it's going to be a great asset for the city, but the parking garage part of it is really going to be an asset.
Absolutely. 312 spaces, I believe, at last count. Half of those will belong to the city, and it'll be free parking for in those first 156 spaces, you know, for all the citizens to enjoy.
I know the city has some visions for the Landing. I mean, to me, it's a centerpiece of the city, you know. Can you talk about the visions or what you're trying to accomplish?
Absolutely. We again, through the wisdom of a consultant, they've given us a long-range plan. We're counting on Restore Act money to help finance that. But the first thing that the citizens will see will be a stage out over the water. We'll do some excavation. We'll have a natural amphitheater, and with the stage out over the water. There's a lot of other enhancements that go along with that. But when that happens, and I think we're probably 2 years out, we need to secure that Restore Act money, and it'll be about a 18-month to 2-year process to get that all completed. But what a fabulous addition to the city that's going to make.
Oh, absolutely. You know, that's another place where you go down there and you see parents and their children, and even with an event not going on, I mean, it's just such a nice, relaxing place to be, and it's a family atmosphere down there. Y'all have done just a great job down there.
We love the movies in the park. We love the music in the park, the movies in the park. Art walk, the pub crawl, it just goes on there. It's continuous. There's something going on just about every single day of the week.
Well, Dick, our time's about up, but good luck for the next 4 years. Keep taking Fort Walton Beach in the right direction. We appreciate it.
Well, Bill, thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And hopefully we'll see everybody back next month for Fort Walton Beach Business Forum. Thank you.
Thank you.